process and political struggle and control. Help us, brothers. I urge you. We've got to do something to keep that from happening.
This is a formal request for disqualification of T.E. David Hall as a member of the court and judge in the case of Midway PCA versus. I have 3 items here. The first is that, similar to the others, T.E. Hall was deeply involved in the events surrounding and reported on in the 40-5. In fact, so much so that he could potentially be charged for interfering with the actions of the higher court in violation of BCO 39-2. He instigated the circularizing of the Northwest Georgia Presbytery regarding the Judicial Commission proposed ruling in Stuart Mickelson versus Midway PCA. He sent the circularizing motion to the Northwest Georgia Presbytery through the clerk in violation of 43-2, which is also potentially chargeable. During the January 16, 2021 Northwest Georgia Presbytery meeting, he did make motions, sit, deliberate, and vote on matters relating directly to a complaint which had arisen from actions at Midway Presbyterian Church, apparently in violation of BCO 39-2 as alleged by the 40-5 report. Given this, T.E. Hall has at least the appearance of a strong personal interest in the matters surrounding his alleged offenses, which calls into question his ability to maintain impartiality and an open mind in judgment.
Please, the court, we've distributed this. We would like to make a motion. I would move in the language that was distributed yesterday, pursuant to BCO 53, that we refer to a study committee. We have identified 6 issues. There are some in our session who would identify others, but we ask you to refer these matters to a study committee before proceeding with any action on this commission report.
Item 2. The matters regarding the Stuart Mickelson versus Midway PCA complaint and the related 40-5 report are directly related to the alleged unconstitutional and potentially improper calls of T.E. Harrington and T.E. Berry to the position of associate pastor. The issues related to the charges against it all stem from the actions around these calls and the related complaints regarding them. T.E. Hall is deeply interested in maintaining the calls, which he was active in publicly securing for the associate pastors.
While I appreciate the Commission's revision, seeking to clarify that they were not intending to annul the installation of these men, I fear that upon appeal, that might not be taken as seriously as we do. We have another issue that we think has not been dealt with sufficiently, which was our major issue, but nonetheless we feel like we need to serve our congregation. These 3 pastors were installed by this presbytery, rightfully so, and the brothers. And my last thing to note for you is that upon appeal, the reason we should get this right, this will be appealed. You can just pretty much bet a lunch on anything coming from Midway is going to be appealed all the way to this judge. I'm sorry to tell you. And upon appeal, it will reflect cruelly on the Presbyterian, and it does have the potential of annulling the status of these 3 fine pastors.
T.E. Hall's actions at the congregational meeting are part of the subject of the complaints, and significantly, his actions are a part of the information reported in the 40-5 report. Because certain items reported in the 40-5 report could potentially lead to charges against T.E. Hall, he has at least the appearance of a strong personal interest in the matters surrounding alleged offenses to support the validity of his actions, which calls into question his ability to maintain impartiality and an open mind in judgment.
What we're asking our presbytery to do, and I won't be much longer, Mr. Moderator, excuse me, but it's very, very important to us, what we're asking the presbytery to do. And I urge you, finally, as a pastor, that in my opinion, the best chance, if you care about the unity of Midway Presbyterian Church, if you care about the unity and the ability for us to do our ministry, is to grant our requests. It was a matter of process and political struggle and control. I'd rather have some flexibility in the BCO. Help us, brothers. I urge you with every pastoral sensitivity, with all respect for each of you that I love as brothers. Please, it will damage the ministry of Midway. We've got to do something to keep that from happening. I'm happy to apologize. You can bring charges against me, flog me. Please do. But I urge you, don't put a dagger in the heart of these other pastors. Don't put a dagger in the heart of the rest of our ministry. Please, the best solution we can see is to appoint a study committee. If you want to dismiss some of the charges, the court's free to do that. If you want to reject the commission's report, you can do that. But let this intervening method occur. And that's good process.
3. Additionally, in the April 2021 session meeting, it was T.E. Hall who stated that he was not satisfied with the apologies provided by, and it was T.E. Hall that insisted the 3 elders redo the apologies they offered. This action strongly supports a finding of prejudged guilt of the accused. This consistent and persistent conviction that the only acceptable action was a complete repudiation of the constitutionally allowed 40-5 credible report clearly demonstrates T.E. Hall's prejudice and self-interest, thereby disqualifying him as a member of the court and judge in this proceeding. It should especially disqualify him as moderator of the trials.
Thank you, Mr. Livingston. Reverend Hall. I only wish you'd mentioned the financial benefit I got from this, because that was not contrary to the other men. I strongly object to the characterization in all 3 that the court was circularized by our duly constituted call for a constitutional study committee. We spoke at that. And the only way BCF 15.3 could be applied if that happens. We did not circularize the court.
Help us, brothers. I urge you with every pastoral sensitivity, with all respect for each of you that I love as brothers.
The allegation that there is the appearance of impropriety is in the eye of the beholder.
We've got to do something to keep that from happening.
And the allegations that something has been done in court is incorrect. I would remind the court also that at the April 2021 meeting, all 3 of the men who are open the charges agreed to take their initial statements back and to read it. So, to save you time, Mr. Moderator, I do not believe I should be disqualified from this proceeding.
We'll put that to a vote before the court. All who do believe that Reverend Hall should be disqualified from moderating and sitting on this court in this trial, say aye. And all who disagree that he should be disqualified and believe that he should sit on this court and moderate the trial, please say aye.
Aye.
Yield the chair back to Reverend Hall.
Yes, sir.